Hello, and welcome to episode 6 of Morning Coffee Talk with the Welcome Waggin. I am your host, Dr. Jenny, and I am here for another exciting episode all about getting ready for the holiday season and shopping for your pets. Of course, we're going to include them in our gift buying, and so we all thought, what better way to celebrate our pets than to go shopping with you guys and tell you all the things that we love to buy for our pets, as well as when we go into your homes, all the fun toys that we already see with your pets. So again, this series is really all about starting a conversation on how we can enrich the lives of our pets to make sure that they are living healthy, full lives for as long as possible. The mission here at the Welcome Waggin is to celebrate life in the human-animal bond, and we do that through exceptional veterinary care in the place your pets love most, their home. And of course, what better way to continue that celebration is to bring you on the journey with us and educate you on all the various topics on how we can enrich their lives and keep them healthy and living longer. So this will be a fun episode. I'm not doing a Facebook Live this week. This is a pre-recorded episode in my dining room to start, because the reality is I'm just not that tech savvy. I'm sure it could be done, but I wanted to take you through some of our top gear and gadgets and toys and things like that you guys as clients have recommended to us, or we as just veterinary professionals love seeing our patients play with. So we're going to go through a bunch of fun stuff soon, but first I wanted to give you our weekly updates. So really, there's only 2 big updates coming this week. So one is, you may have seen an email announcement a little while ago, but Dr. Lisa is going to be back in town at the end of the month. So she is coming Tuesday the 27th, the 28th, and 29th of December. And so she will be here for another 3-day stint. So if you were wanting to get your appointment and have Dr. Lisa specifically see your pet, make sure to call and book that appointment right away, because I know she's going to fill up pretty fast. And then the other update that I want to share is more behind the scenes update. So this time of year is one of my favorite seasons. My birthday's in January, and so I definitely live by New Year, New You, all of that. And I love this time of year, one, because the holiday season and the twinkling lights and spending time with loved ones and all of those things. But I also love it because I think this time of year is, like, especially in the Midwest when it's cold and you can't be outside as much, is the best time to slow down and really reflect on the year that has passed. And you know, the reality is there's good years, there's not so good years, and sometimes we're not really wanting for the year to end, and sometimes we want the year to end. But it's always my hope and goal that I got to know myself a little bit better this year than I did the prior year. And so what I've been doing with my team for the past 2 years, this is going to be going on year 3 of our Christmas tradition, is our last monthly meeting is really a reflection meeting. And we talk about all the things that we accomplished as a team and a business at the Welcome Waggin the past year. We go through things that we could have done better and things that we want to learn from and improve upon for the upcoming year. And then we really just take time to reflect and celebrate how far we've come. And then the fun part begins as we create our vision and we dream and we think about all the things that we could come up with for goals and things like that for the upcoming year. So that meeting is going to be next week, December 14th. We are going to close a little bit earlier that week, so I'll send updates and everything like that. The meeting is going to be from 2 to 5, and I really look forward to this time every year because the team works so hard to just provide the best care as we possibly can to you, and we so love your pets just as much as you do, and it means a lot to my team to just celebrate all the successes that they had. It's so easy in life to just hit a goal and keep going, and there's so much value and goodness and actually slowing down and reflecting. So I am looking forward to doing that with my team, and I encourage you guys to do the same as well. And a lot of that reflection is spent just celebrating our pets. I mean, they're there for us for so many different things. So as we reflect on how wonderful the year is or how much different we want next year to look, we are also going to celebrate and give thanks to our pets with a little act of gift giving as a love language for them. So grab your drink. I'm drinking matcha today. So grab your coffee, grab some tea, grab some hot chocolate, get a matcha latte going, and stay tuned for the next part of this episode where we go shopping to see what would be some great things to buy your pets this holiday season.
Okay, let's get started. I am not very technically savvy, and so I have no idea how to do a Facebook Live or a Zoom together or anything like that, but I know how to use Zoom and I know how to screen share Zoom. So I figured what better way to go through all of the toys and the product and the gear is by taking you on a shopping trip with me. So we're going to go through 6 cat items and 6 dog items that I think would be perfect gifts for your fur family members this holiday season. So bear with me as I learn to share the screen. Okay, I believe we are sharing. So let's start with the dogs first. So we're gonna talk about, again, six items each. And to start, let's talk through the chewing dog who wants to just be mouthy and all of those things. One of the best products out there is just the classic Kong toy. These things are indestructible for almost every dog I know, and they're so versatile in their use. So we recommend these pretty much for all life stages, especially starting with the teething puppy and everything like that. They're really great for training. So you could put, of course, they like sell all their like easy treat things that you could do, but you could just take some regular peanut butter at home and put that in the Kong. So I use these toys like whenever we need quiet time, or the pups are getting just like a little too rowdy. You could put some of the squeezy stuff in there, peanut butter in them and then put them in their crate and let them just relax. Or even as a simulation game that we could play where you could put the food in there and freeze it, water in there and freeze it, kind of like a fun popsicle for the summer. So many great uses for the Kong. And today, like, Kongs come in so many different varieties and everything like that. So I mean, this is basically the classic toy that every dog should have. Moving on to the dog who needs lots and lots of exercise. I just love the Chuck It launchers. Whenever I'm at a dog park or anywhere where there's lots of open spaces, I love seeing pet parents play with their pets. Play is so much fun and so important. It's important for us to just get off our phones and be present. And what greater ways to be present is by playing with your pet. So for the youngster who needs lots of time of running and things like that, the ball sport things are really, really great options. Moving on to 2, these kind of like really count as one, but there's just so many different varieties, and we're going to talk about them with the cats and the dogs. But is the interactive like treat dispenser. So I have a treat dispenser that I found. And again, I have no affiliates with Amazon or anything like that. I just thought it would be easier for me just to go on Amazon for a lot of the toy things. And a lot of these recommendations are either coming from our team members or really just going to your houses and seeing what you guys already have. I mean, that's what's so much fun about house calls, is seeing what you guys are doing and using. So the interactive treat dispensers are really good. This is a small dog one. And then for the dogs who are super smart and need lots of just mental stimulation, these Challenger sliders, treat puzzles, work really, really great as well. So they're kind of marketing these as like treat puzzle toys, but you could use this just to feed your dogs, especially when you do want to slow the feeding down, like especially if you have a dog who's really smart and needs that mental stimulation, but then also wants to be a chow hound and eat too fast. These all work great. So I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite one. So if you guys have a favorite one, definitely comment below which one you guys have used, which one you've loved, all of that. And we'll provide links as well to these Amazon sites, so you have more ideas for when you're shopping. So moving on from mental stimulation and exercise stimulation, I definitely want to talk about things that we could start thinking about purchasing as our dogs age. So again, mobility issues are one of the biggest things that we see here at the Welcome Waggin. And, going into your homes, I see so many runners out, because as those pets age, just having these non-slip surfaces becomes so important. So if you have an older guy or gal and you're noticing that she's starting just to have trouble getting around the house, then it's definitely time to buy some extra rugs for the house. Maybe not as glamorous as a holiday present, but definitely something important. And the stair ones work really great too. One of the things that we do when we're assessing quality of life is we're talking about things that your cat or your dog may not be doing anymore that they used to when they were younger. And one of the things that we hear often is they don't come upstairs anymore. So obviously pain management, there's all these different things that need to go into all of it. But if you have hardwoods, floors or laminate floors, whatever it may be, having some of these stair treads to potentially help is going to be really, really important. So again, one of those things where I don't have like my top pick or anything like that. I just want to call the importance of having these for your older pets. And then for the last thing for the dogs, probably more of kind of started with like not very expensive to a little more pricey. And again, I'm not sure how much the Help Me Up harness costs, but this is something that's probably dependent on the size of everything like that. But this harness is a game changer. And now I hear so many people talk about, oh, they want a wheelchair for their mobility inclined pet. But I always say, whoa, 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 before we even get to that point, let's talk about harnesses and ways to help your dog. And this Help Me Up harness is really a game changer in terms of comfort for the dogs, as well as just ease for the humans as well. So this is definitely something that we're going to link below, because this is recommended. When I used to work at the specialty hospital, the neurologist would recommend this and use it. The surgeons after orthopedic surgery. We used to have a doctor who did integrative medicine, who's now at a rehab facility working with doing acupuncture and holistic care there. And they definitely recommend this harness. So if you have any questions, definitely reach out and ask us, schedule a visit so we could see if like this is something that would benefit your pet. But always use caution when trying to help your pet get up and down and around, because we, just as they're getting mobility issues or back issues, we could injure ourselves as well. So that concludes the dog items. Let's move on to the kitty cats. And again, starting with easy peasy things to buy would be just the fun feather wands, cat toys. Cats are strict carnivores. They are hunters by nature. So in terms of playing games with your cats, you want to engage that prey predator instinct. So cats love the feather wands. Again, they're not very expensive, which is probably a good thing because I know a lot of cats will destroy these and love these. But it's such a great toy to have with your to play with your cat. And then another one, let's see if I can pull this up right here, is easy peasy too. Probably everybody has these, are just the little catnip toy packs for cats that you could just kind of fling around the house. And it's kind of funny. We'll be downstairs and our cat Emily, she's pretty aloof. I'm really the only one who gets to spend time with her, but I'll hear her running like crazy upstairs. And I'm like, okay, she's just playing with herself. She's a silly cat. But she'll be playing with these toys and just having some fun by herself. So a little goes a long way with a lot of the cat toys in terms of just some of the ones that they go crazy for. Now, I always tell cat owners, be very careful when you are starting like an exercise and play routine with cats, because the reality is like a lot of cats are overweight. We've got another episode that you could tune in on about pet obesity. But just like with humans, you've heard of the couch potato to 5K and everything. You're not going to just start working on to run your first marathon. As cats, if they haven't been playing and have been couch potatoes, you want to kind of ease them into it. Panting in cats is never good. So you definitely would want to do like small little snippets, like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and build up their ability to play. So let me move on to our next area. Hold on, I gotta move this over. Okay, so I love when I come to your guys' houses and I see these tunnels. They are a great way for cats to kind of escape and have some private areas of themselves. It's just a fun way for them to have more area in the house and square footage in the house and everything like that. So again, I don't have a favorite. They're all awesome. I love coming to your houses and seeing like the varieties that you guys have. And when I talk about like a safe space for cats, these work really, really well. So sometimes when we come to your house, like your cats still may be nervous and everything, but I feel like cats recover so much from their vet visit when they didn't have to leave the house and we came to them. So I remember working with a kitty cat who was definitely nervous. We were able to draw the blood and everything like that, and we're like, okay, now it's time for you to go run away. And she didn't go run away. She went into her tunnel and like this little cat popped her head out and just wanted to still be part of the conversation, but wanted that safe space away from us. And I'm always saying like, oh my gosh, they forgive us so quickly, because they didn't have the high stress of having to leave the house and in the carrier and all of those other things. So this is definitely a really fun toy for cats. And then just like with the dogs, you could do different treat feeders and things like that. So again, I don't have a major preference or recommendation right now, but I thought these ones looked really cool. And they're just these, since I'm not a dog, they're these little mouse hunter treat feeders. So I would love to know from you guys which ones that you like the best. And then another one that I really, really love when I come to your houses is looking at probably the silliest thing that we pay for, but awesome in terms of its decoration, is just the cardboard scratchers. Cats just love boxes. So you could just, whatever you're purchasing for Amazon, just save the boxes and let your cats play with them. And for a bit, that works really well too. Or you could be more creative and actually purchase some of these really cute cardboard features. There's a lot of nice ones for holidays right now. So I'm seeing as you guys decorate your house with all the different decor, you're putting out some holiday decor for your cats too. And I just love it. And I think it's so fun. And cats really like things like that. So I had learned years ago, as we know, dogs are more pack animals. Cats are more solitary creatures. And it's really hard to have just one cat. But the more cats we have, the more stress we could add into that household. And cats typically need 1,000 square foot per cat. Again, because they are more solitary. And so ways to add more square footage is like vertical height. So having the cat trees, having little things like this where you could stack it, letting them, I know we don't want them climbing on the counters and stuff, but letting them climb on different wall furniture, all of those different things help add more square footage so a cat feels like they have more room to play and all of that kind of stuff. And then I will say, dog owners, I fell in love with a cat toy that I think is the #1 toy of the year. And it is called One Fast Cat. And it is an exercise wheel for cats. And I don't know why I didn't know about this toy. It's been around for a long time. But I recently was at a client's house and I saw it, and then he was showing me videos of his cat using it. Then I start telling the team, and Michael's like, no, I have 2 of those. So here is one of Michael's kitties on the One Fast Cat exercise wheel. And here is another one with 2 of his kitties on it. And I just think that this toy is amazing in terms of stimulating a cat. I mean, obviously it's so easy to walk our dogs, and that's such an important part of the bond between us, as well as exercising them. But our cats don't get as much exercise. And how cool is it for them to actually use it? So I am going to stop sharing. We're going to interrupt this little part because I want, instead of me giving you a review about it, I wanted Michael to give a review about it because he's the one who has 2 of them already. So I'm going to have you listen to that part, and we'll be right back.
Hello again. Michael and I sitting here with our Starbucks. Cheers.
Cheers.
Afternoon coffee talk at this point in time. And I could have shared this with you, but I needed Michael to share with you because he'll do a way better job explaining what I think is the latest and greatest cat toy of the year. This thingamajigger he'll tell you about. All right, Michael, what am I trying to tell them?
So I have a lot of cats, which if you guys have ever heard me talking about any of them, you probably know. So One Fast Cat is a giant hamster wheel for cats.
It's awesome.
I have 2 of them. One of them was donated and I had no idea what it was until I started looking into it and realized how I needed it. So I took that home. My cats loved it. And then I actually had a client at a previous clinic I worked at, had one. Her cats hated it, and so she gifted that to me as well. So I have 2 really nice cat wheels for my cats that love it and run on it all the time. They get really excited during certain times of day when they're all going to start eating. They all run into it and start running, and I honestly think it's going to fall off of this big stand that I have it on at times. But so far so good. They've stayed on it. So if One Fast Cat would like to send me another one.
We're not affiliated, but maybe we need to be after how much we're going to recommend this fun toy for them.
It's amazing. It helps a lot with like behavior issues with them. I have a lot of cat trees that give cats height, things like that cats really benefit from. And it just gives them another outlet because they're laying around all day, they're sleeping a lot. But it also just gives them a different outlet than just climbing and looking out windows and things like that. So my cats love it. I don't think I would ever not have them up for my cats.
Yeah, and I have a 15-year-old, so I think she might be a little too old for it, but I'm going to get it for all my future cats because it is just awesome. So Michael shared with me some videos of his cats, so we're going to definitely include those in this segment because you've got to see them on their little treadmill. It is so awesome.
Chloe, one of the videos I shared, she's one of my calicos. She's 15.
Okay, so there's hope.
And you can tell she's not running like my other 2 that are current on the other video. But she takes her time. She's run a little bit, but she definitely just kind of goes for her afternoon walk.
Well, for her afternoon walk. So. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so if any of you guys are out there, you want to get your cats to lose weight, or you just know that you don't have adequate playtime, you've got to check this toy out. We do know, because we've already recommended it to some clients, it's on sale right now for the holidays, so it's the perfect time to get it. But yeah, thanks Michael for explaining it. More fun cat products coming up.
Okay, so I'm done sharing. I hope you guys enjoyed Michael's review of that product. I have a 15-year-old and Emily's probably 12 or 13, and it's really tempting to buy that for the cats too. Lucy has a little bit of arthritis, so I'm not sure she would be ready for it, but if I get it, I will definitely be giving you guys a review on how it's going so far. But before we 100% wrap up, I want to talk about some other things to consider for the holidays for your pets. A house call visit. It's an amazing gift to give your pets. Making sure that they are fit and healthy and everything is going well with them would be an amazing gift to give them. And then if you've been seen by us for the past year, don't forget that your pet, especially your dogs, they need their heartworm prevention year round. Cats too. But right now we're having a pretty mild winter here in the Midwest. And I know so often, sometimes we don't give it year round, but definitely make sure you're giving your prevention year round. We are seeing more Lyme disease in this area. We saw a couple heartworm positives in this area the past year. And so you want to make sure that they're staying on their heartworm, intestinal parasite prevention, and even flea and tick prevention. So if you do not have enough to last for the whole year, give us a call and make sure that you get a refill on that medication. And for dogs and cats, don't forget, I know we were talking about some mobility things to do in terms of the rugs and everything like that and the Help Me Up harness, but we also do in-home laser therapy as one of the ways to treat mobility. So if your dog or cat is struggling, give us a call. And for future episodes, I'm going to be talking about a really exciting product that came out for cats for pain management, but we also have a new product and a new medication for cats for pain. So don't forget the gift of veterinary care as part of your holiday package. We would be excitedly ready to see your pet this holiday. So I will be wrapping this up shortly. This concludes the gift giving idea part of this episode.
Well, there you have it. This wraps up another edition of the Welcome Waggin series. I hope you guys were inspired. You got some great ideas of what to buy your puppy or kitty, and all of that. Share with a friend. Leave a comment below what you plan on purchasing this holiday season for your pet. We want to know, and we want to share it with the team and our clients as well. So as we wrap up, like always, I want to just pause and reflect for those who have recently passed. Again, this holiday season can be hard in terms of grief and loneliness and all of those things, and I want to acknowledge that. We have another episode coming up soon that's going to talk about coping with loss and grief during the holidays. So stay tuned for that if you do feel it, you know someone who is just struggling a little bit this holiday season. But again, I want to celebrate the lives of Walter, Kelly, Cammie, Swiffer, Neil, Wilson, Mo, Annie, Polly, Gabrielle, and Rudy. You guys were all amazing patients, and I know your loved ones are going to miss you so much. So for those who are grieving the loss of a pet right now, know that it's normal to feel all the feelings and pain that you're feeling, and cherish those lives as best you can. We're thinking about you, and our hearts go out to you. So again, thank you for making it this far in our episode of this week, and stay tuned for more exciting episodes to come. Take care.